Hello, friends. I am Leah Fireheart. This is the Fire Kitchen. Today we are starting epic cookie baking. So many cookies. So many. I can't even tell you. So many cookies. I think I may have overscheduled myself, but we will see. We will do the best we can. I am joined here by my husband and moderator, Grognard Gourmand, who is going to be home, I assume, soon. I haven't actually heard the train whistle, and usually that's when I hear it, so I'm not sure where he is. Maybe I should check my phone. But anyway, so hopefully he will be home soon. And also our Puggle Chester, who was right here and is now. I wish you guys could see this. Two quilts on the sofa, in addition to his dog bed and a random sweater that I was wearing earlier and took off. And he's now in a nest of two blankets, his dog bed, and my sweater, looking at me like this. It's really cute. Let's say hello to folks. Give me a second. Just a second. Okay. Where are we? We are no, we are on the wrong spot. Oh no. We're trying. We're doing our best. Channel. I have a channel. I should be there. That's where I should be. Okay, so let's just give me just a second here and I will say hello to all the people who have said hello. Wait, hold on. Okay, who are Des, hi, how are you? Saribot, hi. Alpine, hi. Wait, who got first? Somebody got first. I saw that it said. Well, where does it say who got first? Today's adverts are brought to you by butter. They sure as hell are. You guys, so much butter. Hi, Jane. How are you? It's good to see you. Butter is the social lubricant, apparently. Lassie, hi. Hello. Am I going to be freezing them? Oh, no. No. We are going to be making 8 different cookies in 3 days, in addition to some other stuff. We're going to try. I feel like I was talking to Brigitte about this earlier, and I feel like I'm trying to pack about 16 hours worth of baking into about 6 hours. So I don't think that's possible, but we're going to try. Some random geek, hi. I'm here now and can watch these streams instead of just lurk. Excellent. I love that. Oh, hi, Mom. Hi. Jane was first. Hi, Jane. Yes, such a cozy baby. He is a cozy baby. He's a super cozy baby back there. Right. Oh, right. So, how did what was it, like, inventory? How did the inventory
You're
go?
hot, Cupcake.
Hi, Alice. I take it you're done at least. So that's at least a good thing. But I hope it all went well and everything got done and in good time and everyone was pleased. Okay, so some random geek says, I have a joke for you all. Do you know why you never hear any puns about steak? They are a rare, medium, well done. That is like 3 puns in one. That's like incredibly impressive. Holy heck. Wow. All right. I have a problem, and my problem is that I can't see all of everything on this screen. And apparently I can't shrink this pop-out window anymore. I'm having some issues. Give me a moment here while I have my issues. Because I can't read chat if I can't see the chat box, but I need space to be able to see the ad thing, and you know, I don't know. Really what I need is another monitor. I meant to go look on Black Friday, like look online on Black Friday, but actually, as it turns out, on Black Friday, we were on an airplane for most of the day, and I didn't think about that. we were home by like Cyber Monday, and by then I forgot all about it. So I don't know. I need another monitor though, and I just need to like be okay with just going and getting one, because now that I'm trying to run ads during my breaks, I on Sunday, or so, wait, was it yesterday? I guess it was yesterday. I just forgot. I didn't even open the window. So like I was like blah blah blah, and people were sitting in ads, and I don't know, whatever. Let's see. Okay, some random geek says, I am done with year-end inventory. It is over. Did it go well? It is over. All right. Well then, congratulations on it being over. Sometimes that's the best we can hope for, whatever we're going through being over. Brigitte wants to know if I would settle for a monitor lizard. I'm gonna have to say no. A monitor lizard would probably hinder my ability to read chat more than it would help. Des used to have one. No, I don't want to know. Right. Also, I was playing Fortnite before stream, and I forgot to eat lunch. So give me a second. While I put food in my face. Lassie says buy a cheap portable monitor. It's a good idea. I'm being scolded by Mama. Oh dear. I'm being scolded for not eating lunch. Don't worry, Des. Brigitte just already scolded me up one side and down the other. I don't know how to tell you what I'm eating, but it's basically the consistency of refried beans at this point. Anyway. It is food. Consider me nourished. Brigitte was very nice about it. It's true. What the hell is going on with this mic? All right, that's better. There's some really nice cheap ones out there and life-changing. A cheap portable monitor. Got it. I'm like, monitor lizard? I could see where having a monitor lizard in your house, in your life, would be life-changing. But no, you meant a monitor. You're actually trying to be helpful, unlike some people. That's a thought. That is definitely a thought. I feel like, actually, that's a thought. I have to figure out a way of like where to put it is the other problem. I don't know. But anyway, I want it to be vertical. I want a vertical thing so I can just make a great big chat. It'd be a big chat for me. I don't know. Jane said, oh no, Jane, oh my gosh. Okay. I ended up being on hold for 3 hours yesterday for no reason. There was no problem. Their website was just lying when it said there was a problem. Well, I'm glad we got to keep you company for like an hour and a half of that, because that sounds horrible. I'm very sorry. I try really hard not to. I mean, I don't actually really have to try very hard. I'm cool with paying taxes. I'm utterly cool with paying taxes. I feel like everyone in our society has different priorities, and that's cool. Different needs, different abilities. It's all good. When we pay taxes, we get to vote on the people who decide what we spend those taxes on, and it's all fine. I have no problems philosophically with the IRS. However, dealing with them is not always the most convenient thing. Of course, that's also because they're underfunded, but deliberately, because there are people who don't want to pay taxes and think it's like bad or something, and I don't know anyway. Okay. Okay. So, Lazzy says, I mean, it's a bit rare. I don't. Oh, like a good monitor. Okay. Sad Lassie news: the dog mother has passed away at the ripe age of 14. Oh, Lassie, I'm very sorry to hear about that. I know losing a pet is surprisingly difficult, given that they're just an animal. And I'm very, very sorry. And um I hope there are other good things and good pets and additional still love still from pets in existence to carry you through it, because I would be devastated. So yeah. Um okay, so Jane says, I'm happy to pay my taxes, but your girl needs a payment plan when she gets slammed because they didn't take enough out. I mean, yeah. No, absolutely, 100% fair. Alpine says also the IRS knows what we owe or have overpaid and just need to bill or refund and not make us do it. I agree with that, but that also means they need more staff. A Great Pyrenees, name of Lola. Great Pyrenees are beautiful dogs. I had will we call her a friend? Let's call her an acquaintance. More of an acquaintance than a friend. Who raises and shows them. And also rescues them, I guess. There's a whole bunch of things. But they're beautiful dogs, and living to 14. Gosh, that's really old. I mean, well, maybe I mean it's maybe average, but like I know that a lot of hers haven't made it to 14, so that's great. Brigitte has been live for 15 minutes and still no cookie in sight. Do you want a cookie in sight? Do I need to put a cookie out here to keep you happy? I can probably do that. Hold on a second. Let me put a cookie out here. Here, wait. We'll just where could we put a cookie that it would be like visible? I feel like putting a cookie here would make it visible. There's a cookie. Some Random Geeks is actually, I have my views on governments, and as a radical leftist anarcho-syndicalist, but I'm also not opposed to paying taxes either. I like having roads. Exactly. Roads are great. There are other things that are great. There are other things that I feel less sanguine about that we spend tax money on, but you know what? That's why I vote. Some Random Geeks has fully agreed, but if that does happen, TurboTax will be out of business. Hence why they lobby for the IRS to not be able to do that. Yes, exactly. Des wants a cookie. It is old. They normally live 10 to 12. That's what I thought. I thought they were not typically that long lived. That's amazing. Well, then you must take really good care of your pets and give them a nice nice long life. I have an angry flamingo in my chat. I'm not sure why. Right. Okay, but Brigitte is right. We do have to get going today. So, first, announcements, things to talk about. The next 3 days, more or less, will be cookie baking bonanza. I didn't call it that. We're calling this Saturnalia, right? So all of our December streams are collectively Saturnalia. And this is the cookie bonanza portion of Saturnalia, in which we release our inhibitions and take a vacation from moral imperatives. Wait, what is this? What did I put in my stream title? I have something in my stream title. Okay. Mom says, could it be a cookie without chocolate, please? We have 8 cookies, some of which do not have chocolate. Let's suspend some moral restrictions, because apparently that was a prime feature of the actual holiday. So, right, we're gonna bake cookies, and then we're gonna eat a ton of them and then give some away. I'm not sure so last year I did a giveaway where I actually mailed cookies to people who entered a giveaway on the last day we did cookies. This year, I'm not entirely sure how many cookies I'm going to have, because I'm not doubling these recipes because they're all new. I've never made any of these recipes before except one. And so I don't know how they're going to be. They might be good. They might be terrible. They might be mailable. They might not be. So I'm not entirely sure I'm going to actually do that this year. But we will see. We'll see how they turn out, and then make a decision from there. So I have a feeling I'm going to get to eat a lot more cookies this year than I typically get to eat, which I'm not sad about. I am missing a recipe, so give me just a second. Oh, hello. There's a grog. There's a grog in the living room. So I will read to you what we are making over the course of the next 3 days, which are the Earl Grey tea cookies. Now, these are the only ones that I have made previously because Grog requested them. So we're making Earl Grey tea cookies for Grog. We are making chocolate crinkle cookies, which are like chocolate cookies that are doused in powdered sugar so that when you bake them, they crack and look like I don't know, little stones or something. They're very cool looking. We are making coquito cookies, which I believe is a Puerto Rican cocktail, definitely a Caribbean cocktail. And this is going to feature coconut very prominently, coconut and rum. Oh no. Okay, Lassie has given us more BG3 news. Okay, BG3 news. The large knocked out, greased up naked man in my camp. I was told a shove would wake him up. It did not, so I used shockwave, which pushed him completely across the camp, still asleep, and then a crazy badger broke into camp and murdered him, so he's now a large, dead, naked, greased up man in the camp. That is quite an eventful day. Thank you for keeping us informed. Please continue to update us on the fate of the large, dead, naked, greased up man in your camp. Right, so here's the coquito cookies, the brown butter snickerdoodles, and that is what I am hoping to get through today. I don't think that's going to happen. What do you guys think? Then on Wednesday, we're going to mix amaretti. We're doing a very secret thing for Grog that I don't think he's listening, so I'm just going to hold this up to the camera. Do you see what this says? Do you see? This is Grog's favorite Christmas movie, and I'm going to do these on Wednesday because Grog won't be home, and I'm hoping that I will surprise him. If he's walking Chester right now, so I don't think he can hear me. I hope so, because I want to surprise him with these. They're going to be really cute. Cherry Bakewell cookies, like a Bakewell tart, like a UK, like Great British Baking Show Bakewell tart, except they're cookies. And peppermint snowballs, which are just like your standard nutty snowball cookies, except not nuts. Peppermint, like candy cane. So hopefully those will all be good, but I don't know. Right. Also, we have a new redemption in the channel point menu that is going to run for the rest of the Saturnalia season, so through December 24th. And it is what present will Chester Claus be bringing you? And if you go down to the channel point menu and you give me your first name and your birth month, and it can be fake if it's something you would rather not reveal, then I will tell you what Chester Claus will be bringing you. Like Claus, except not quite that sinister looking. Let's see. Is that all that I had for announcements? Yeah, so today and tomorrow are going to be solid chock-a-block cookies as far as the eye can see. Thursday will be actual food production because Thursday night is the first night of Hanukkah. I'm not Jewish, but I know a lot of people who are and do celebrate this season. And one of the things that I thought would be nice, because this cookie baking week is coming in the middle of the start of Hanukkah, that I'm going to do a kosher meal. So I'm going to do roast chicken and potato latkes, which are traditional because of the oil they're fried in. And then we're going to do the amaretti cookies on Thursday because they don't have any butter in them. And to keep it kosher, we're not going to put dairy and meat together in the same meal. So that's what we're going to do on Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday will be gaming, and then we'll be done with cookies, and that'll be that. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. Right. So let's see now. Let's go ahead and get started on our cookies. Aha! All right. Brigitte. All right. So, full disclosure, Brigitte did this for me, like made up all these things. I'm pretty sure Brigitte already knows what hers is, but we will humor her. What present is Chester Claus bringing Brigitte? I do know both. Brigitte's first name is Brigitte, and she was born in May. So, Chester Claus is bringing Brigitte polyhedral dice, which are not edible, and you should not eat them. Look, it says right here. I'm not actually going to show you because it'll show you all the things, and I don't want you to be able to guess without submitting channel points. So, Brigitte is getting polyhedral dice. Brigitte, what color are your dice? What did I do with my water? Here it is. I'm actually going to turn off the stove cam for right now. All right. Oh, I hope they're sparkly purple. Amazing. So, Lassie, I'm assuming that's the name of your Baldur's Gate 3 character. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it does seem to begin with a B. So you are also getting polyhedral dice, which are not edible, and you should not eat them. Okay. All right. What will me, Jonathan, get, whose birthday is in July? Okay. All right. Jonathan, whose birthday is in July. Chester Claus is bringing you a Jenga tower and a set of shot glasses. Nobody's saying what you have to put in those shot glasses. It could be lime cordial. All right, well, this was a good one. This is good. This is the makings of a fun party. That is the makings of a fun party. I'm not entirely sure what you would do with a Jenga tower and shot glasses, because I'm innocent. I've never played any kind of game that would involve doing shots. It's a really fun drinking game. It does sound like a fun drinking game. But the thing is, like, when do you drink? Like, do you drink when you successfully pull a piece out? Because I feel like then it's like a reward for a job well done. But if you only drink when the tower falls over, then that's going to be a long-ass drinking game. Chester Claus knows how to party. Yes. Right. Okay. So, I turned off that thing. So let's go ahead and get, some stuff out. First of all, these are going to be chilled for 30 minutes. So I am actually going to go ahead and turn the oven on. We're going to turn the oven on to 375. And then I am going to, oh gosh, holy heck. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Let's pull out, powdered sugar, brown sugar, flour, granulated sugar. Wait, actually, let's put the granulated sugar up here and the brown sugar here. And then I don't know that we need the cutting board at the moment. So let's put that down here. Okay. So for this, we actually need the food processor and not the mixer, which is kind of exciting for me because, yeah, that means it's not in the way. All right. So, pulse all the dry ingredients together in the food processor until the tea leaves are pulverized. 4 tablespoons Earl Grey tea leaves from approximately 12 tea bags. I need to dig out the Earl Grey tea. Give me just a second here to move this light. You guys, I have so much tea in here. And I'm not sure any of this tea is Earl Grey. Kind of a problem. I have a lot of lap song. You know what? We had so much Earl Grey for so long that I just assumed that we still had some. Let's... Vanilla almond, sleepy time vanilla, 3 mint, holiday, Royal English breakfast, smoky Earl Grey, that would make an interesting cookie, and Countess Grey. Well, what's Countess Grey? Let me get my glasses. Brigitte says you had such a burgle lot of Earl Grey. Yes. All right. This says loose leaf black tea flavored with bergamot and orange flavoring. So I guess the orange is what's making this Countess Grey. I honestly think that's fine. Let's just double check that we don't have any additional. Oh, I do. But I don't have 12 of them. I do have some Earl Grey. I really thought like I had a whole big bag of that. Where could it have gone? Oh, wait a second. I wonder if maybe I'm going to have to talk to Grog when he gets back, because I know he took some tea to work, and I wonder if maybe he took the big bag of Earl Grey tea to work. But either way, the Countess Grey, I think, will work just fine. And it's this is from Fortnum and Mason. We had a friend that stayed in the UK for several years for work. And I stayed in London, frankly, for several years for work, and sent us this as a present. And so, here we go. Lassie says that was a name I got from a random name generator. I love it. That works just fine. Let's pull out some things here. I'm gonna need a teaspoon, probably, but this will get us started. Is that a teaspoon? Yes. All right. So 4 tablespoons of Earl Grey tea leaves. I can smell the orange. This is going to be interesting. I think this is actually going to be a good addition to the cookie. 2, 3, 4. I got this recipe from Real Simple magazine years and 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 years ago, probably 15 years ago. And yet the comments on it every year are like, I tried to make this and the dough was way too wet. And you just know that they didn't read the instructions and they brewed the dang tea, which is not what you want. You want actually to put the tea leaves in the food processor as just tea leaves. That's it. Just the tea leaves. Not like actual tea. Okay, let me grab some measuring cups here. Okay. So, now let's do 4 cups of flour. Oh, Magus Prime. Hello there. How are you? Good to see you. 1. 2. 3. 4. And we're going to try to keep this organized, more or less, so that we don't, A, contaminate the entire kitchen, and B, make a horrible, huge mess. So those are not dirty. Those are not dirty. This is dirty. Okay. A cup of granulated sugar. Is the sugar considered dry in this recipe? Yes, it appears so. So I need another cup measurement. Here we go. Lassie says my BG3 names are 1. 1 is Lassie. 1 is Zanzibar. 3 is Olaf Oathbreaker. 4 is Sheila. I like it. Those are all really good names. All right, so there's 1 cup. This is way too full. And Firebot wants us to have water. That's a good call. Because I was playing Fortnite earlier, I probably did not drink enough water. 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, which is also known as powdered sugar. I feel like this is too full. I feel like I in the past I might not have put all of this in the food processor. I might have done it like part at a time, but whatever. We'll make it work. 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. There's the Earl Grey tea, a teaspoon of salt, just regular table salt. Which could actually probably live here for now. That's actually dirty. And then everything else is going to go later. Go in there later. Okay. This is too full. This is not going to work. Yeah, this is too full. I'm going to have to do it part at a time. I think what I usually do is mix this half and half, and I didn't remember doing that, and I didn't write it in the instructions, which is fine. So here's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is, this is actually a double batch, which is why it doesn't fit in the food processor. So that's what I thought. We're just going to whisk this up. All right. Brigitte says my BG3 characters are 1, Plume Dwa, who's a dwarven bard, and Codetta Asai, who's a dwarven skald. What's the difference between a skald and a bard? Is there one? Lassie says Olaf Oathbreaker might not be an Oathbreaker Paladin. Oathbreaker Paladins are very fun. All right, so we need 2 cups of cold unsalted butter. So that would be 1 cup of cold unsalted butter. cut into pieces for half of this. And then we're just gonna do that and that. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? You can't. I'm cutting this butter into pieces. Just into little cubes. Like quarter tablespoon cubes. We're essentially making shortbread here. Okay. So this one's going to go over here. Put this in here. All the butter in the food processor. We're going to go through so much butter. I didn't realize, but like every single cookie except the amaretti have butter in them. This is pretty normal that we go through. I think I go through more butter than anything else during these projects. There's like more butter in here than there is flour. Okay. Oh, right. First, I need to pulse up the butter. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of water. Right. Vanilla is here. Brigitte's Codetta started with a level of fighter, so she's overall tougher and has an action surge. Okay. So this is a pretty, so I obviously haven't played any Baldur's Gate, and I haven't really watched much Baldur's Gate. I mean, I've watched people play it. I mean, in theory, I've watched people play it, but I haven't, I've just sort of been lurking and haven't really been watching that carefully. So I mean, but if you can actually like add levels like that just seems pretty, darn flexible, honestly. Right, teaspoon of water. So we're waiting for this to come together as a dough.
Am I interested in fruit or dessert?
Lysanth! Hi! Welcome, friends! Good to see you. You guys, Lysanth is another terrific food and drink streamer. What were you doing today? Right, so just a very cool, very chill, mostly baker. So, you know, if you like watching people bake, at least I hope you do, since that's all I'm doing for the next 3 days, then you should drop Lysanth a follow. But hello, I'm Leah Fireheart. I do mostly cooking here on this channel. Today, I am starting my holiday baking. I'm going to be making 8 different kinds of cookies over the course of the next 3 days. You made gingerbread cookies. You were also doing holiday baking. Very cool. Also, get creme delish. Hello, welcome, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Flutter Bites. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. I am starting with Earl Grey tea cookies. I have thrown some Earl Grey tea into this bowl with like flour and sugar and confectioner sugar. We're gonna do it in the food processor, but it turns out that I had doubled this recipe and didn't remember that that's what I'd done. And so only half of it is going to fit in the food processor at a time. So I'm just, I'm just, winging it basically. It is the season. It sure is. What is that? Oh my God. Is it a little melty man? Is it a, it says coffee. It looks like a little melty man. But hi, hello, and thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope you are doing well. I haven't actually had a chance to swing by your space in a while. So how are things going for you? How was Thanksgiving? I actually don't think I've talked to you at all. Right. So Lassie says, besides Sheila, they all share relatively straightforward characters. I see. Oh, so Lassie is this sorcerer draconic bloodline. We're also talking about Baldur's Gate 3. I actually haven't played it, but like everybody else in my chat seems to be very excited about it. So we're just sort of on the side talking about Baldur's Gate 3 characters. If you're into that, then that's the context. Right. So let me grab another bowl here, in which to plop this this dough that I'm working on. This might need more water, but I'm gonna mix it all up, with a little more water if I need to after I get the rest of everything incorporated, because obviously I've done something semi illogical here. Okay. Well, Stan says I haven't streamed in a while. That's right. That's why. Health, stress stuff being managed in the meantime, but all good. Hey, we are all doing the best we can. And if you are managing your health and your stress, then that is doing better than a lot of people in the world. And taking that time is really important. So I'm sad that I haven't gotten to hang out with you. I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself. All right, let's toss together these dry ingredients. Whee! Burns! Oh my gosh, hi! Speaking of people that I haven't seen in a while, how are you? It's so good to see you. How are things? I'm just gonna put that over there because we can use that again. I'm glad to hear you're well. What have you been up to lately? All right. In with the butter. This is cold butter, by the way, straight out of the fridge. Although I am going to have to pull the other butter out of the fridge so that the rest of these cookies can be made with room temperature butter. We're attempting to make 4 cookies today. Well, 3. We're attempting to make 3 cookies and then mix a 4th for baking tomorrow. I'm not sure how far we'll get, but we're going to do our best. My hands are all buttery. All right. Oh, wait. First of all, incorporate the butter. Okay, so Lassie says, I do want to make an evil necromancer, but I have to at least beat the game once before that dream starts. Yes. Burns says, happy to say I had an excellent time fundraising money for JDRF last month. Raised far more than I expected. Oh, congratulations. I'm really glad to hear that. Great job. And Brigitte says, Santa made Geralt of Rivia and Yen in the Baldur's Gate 3 character creator yesterday. That's so funny. By the way, Lysanth, or any of the people that came along on that raid, if you guys need to step away, if you need to take a screen break, or you have things you need to attend to, people, or whatever that you need to attend to, please feel free to go and do that. And then and hopefully we will see you back again sometime soon. Sheila's not evil, but not the best. I mean, that can be a fun kind of character, right? Like, playing pure evil or pure good is one thing, but like sometimes you're going to get a better story out of playing, something slightly different. Okay, Lysanth actually going to lurk. Of course, absolutely. You go do what you need to do. I hope the gingerbread cookies turn out amazing. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. Okay. We're going to probably need to incorporate a little bit more water into this dough. It's funny. I feel like every year these turn out a little bit differently, and I think it probably has more to do with the water content than anything else. Because I feel um like there are times when I don't add much water at all and they come together perfectly, and then there's times when I add the amount of water that it says and it kind of looks like this, which is like it's still not like this is just too crumbly. This is just too crumbly. So we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit more water. In fact, I think I'm going to add a tablespoon of water because I want this to be flexible enough that we can work with it, which is like double or more what it actually says to do. And we don't want to overwork it because this is a shortbread dough. But yeah, it seems like my flour has been a little dry lately, and I don't really know why that is. Seems like all of my flour is dry. My bread flour was very dry too, that we discovered when we tried to make bread on Thursday. Lassie says Sheila does have a habit of stealing underwear. I love the fact that you actually can just do that in Baldur's Gate. Just randomly steal people's underwear. Okay, this is feeling better. This is so funny. I've made these cookies, I mean, at least once a year for the last 15 years. And they never really quite turn out the same twice. So that's a thing. So I might. I mean, they do, like, the finished product is the same. But, like, these are, like, yeah, very crumbly. And we are going to refrigerate this, but we're going to make it into a log, which means it has to be more flexible than this. And Lassie says and Sheila was going to be all good, but then apparently she trapped a knockdown naked man in the camp, so she can't be that good. I mean, sometimes people aren't good or bad. Sometimes they're in a hurry. Sometimes they're just a little careless. Like, is that ideal? No. But like, if you equate good with perfect, I think maybe that's not quite fair. Like, there are other traits besides good and evil. Like, she could have done it, but not meant to do it, for example. Lassie says I may not have full control of Sheila's accent. It's a bit worrisome because I should, but I don't. Yeah, well, you know, video game has a mind of its own. That's all right. Okay. Right. So this is, I would say, still a little bit crumbly, but we're going to ignore that and assume that this is going to be okay and sliceable once we actually get it wrapped up and refrigerated. Okay. So hopefully the flour rehydrates a little bit and it's not quite so crumbly. Be like add more water as needed, I guess. Okay, plastic wrap. No, not wax paper, plastic wrap. Brigitte says good and evil, lawful and chaotic, stylish or potato. Also, for real D&D, do you think it's possible to be a lawful good necromancer? A lawful good necromancer. I mean, I suppose. Okay, so I suppose, yeah, this is just not going to work. This is just too crumbly still. Why is this so crumbly? This is so bizarre. Okay, let's add a little bit more water just because I don't want to deal with too crumbly dough. That sounds like a pain in the butt. Just going to add a little bit more water. Unfortunately, I think I've overworked this a little bit, but we'll see. Teaspoon of water. Anyway, what I was starting to say is, I would think, like, what if your necromancer is getting consent, like from the people that the necromancer raises, like some people donate their bodies to science. Maybe people donate their body to necromancy for reasons. Grog says there are classes / archetypes for white necromancers. Brigitte says it depends on the components of the spell and how the spell is applied. Disrespectful, most likely. Evil, not necessarily. Well, here's the thing. Like, is it disrespectful if the person already agreed to it? Or like you could do speak with dead, right? You could be like, hey, I'm a necromancer. I can raise you as an undead. Here will be the conditions. These are my objectives. Do you consent to this process? And if they say yes, then you're good to go. Assuming you didn't lie, you know. Which would not be good. That would be evil. All right, let's try this. Hopefully that works a little better. Ordinarily, I make these square. I might not do that this time. I might just make them round like a normal person. Let's see. Grog says there's an indie comic about a white necromancer called Songs for the Dead. Brigitte says the Dustmen faction in Sigil would probably fall under this. Grog says any faction from Sigil is not good. I mean, they might be neutral, though. Burns says my necromancer in ESO is a healer, so I don't see why there aren't good necromancers. See, look, there's situations under which a necromancer might not be evil. It's actually going to be easier if I wash my hands again. Sorry. Okay. Right. Lassie said the thing got lookout for would be the lawful. Well, that's what I mean about the consent thing, right? Like, I mean, at least, so here's my question. Like, at least I think this was actually supposed to be 4 logs. I think I messed this up already. This is what happens when I'm not actually paying that much attention. This happened last year too. Not this specific problem, but like last year I was making cookies and I made like an enormous mistake. like an enormous mistake. I put so much more butter in this dough than this dough was supposed to have, and it was a whole thing, let me tell you. But yeah, so we're just gonna, you know, do our best. I mean, I guess it depends on where you are, right? And presumably some places have laws against necromancy, but probably not everywhere. Like, I mean, in Dragon Age, right? Like Navarra, like they're like the necromancers in Navarra aren't evil. They're like the necromancers in Navarra are like part of the friggin' government. Like it's a whole thing. They're like the priests and princes and stuff, because they're from like noble families. Brigitte to say just knew Navarro would come up. I mean, it was just Dragon Age Day yesterday, Brigitte. Like, of course Navarro came up. Like, how could it not? Opting out says every day until Christmas is a lot of streaming. But hear me out. Twice a day until May Day. Thinky face. Every day until Christmas is a lot of streaming. But you know what? If you get tired of me, there are lots of other people to watch. Or you could probably just find something else to do. I hope you won't. We're all just going to get to know each other better and find out what Chester Claus is bringing for us. Aha! We are having an ad break in 1 minute, which is actually perfect timing because I can get these logs into the fridge. These logs that I am currently squeezing out like we're just not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Grog says being part of the government is also an automatic not good. Also opting out. Hi. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. How are things? Did you bake cookies? Did you do a cookie baking? You said you might do a cookie baking because otherwise you weren't going to get through an entire baking stream. And if you did a cookie baking, what cookie did you bake? We are actually going to make these square this year because I can. Right, so let's get a tray because it will be easier to put these in the fridge on a tray. Right, so we have 15 seconds until our ad break. I'm going to put something entertaining on the screen, and I'm going to go wash some bowls. So I will see you on the other side of this. That was very funny. Sarah's pencil is out of lead. So it's a normal day. It's a normal day. Thank you, Sarah. Speaking of which, Sarah, are you around this weekend? This is like really thick. Look at this cake batter. It's like really thick. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Because I forgot to preheat the oven. Because that's how we are today. Oh shit. Look! It didn't budge! It didn't even budge! I was like thinking it was gonna be all over the floor. It didn't budge! I literally dropped the whole thing upside down and the batter didn't fall out. Oh my goodness! Amazing. How?
Glaring at Byron.
Why are you glaring at Byron? Byron says you got him a copy of Will Smith's hit single Switch.
No.
I could.
You could. But you won't.
A pupper demands a hug. Wait, are we supposed to hug pupper? Wait.
I got the bottom half. I got the bottom half.
We gotta get closer to the camera to hug pupper. We love you, pupper.
There we go.
I think pupper wants us to hug each other.
Oh,
there. That's easy. That's easy to do. Corey hugs are just as satisfying as one might expect. I am going to turn the stream over to my husband and moderator, Grognar Gourmand, who is going to do something and bless us all with his cocktail wisdom. I will be back. I will not be back because I just turned one straight into the refrigerator door. I'm just going to stand here. So Nether says, you know what happens when in Clue or Cluedo, depending on territory, you've correctly proved that it's not the yellow character? I don't know, Nether.
They got the mustard.
Nether, you're a genius. That was so good. That was so good. I should just end stream now. Nothing I say is going to be better than that. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Because I forgot to preheat the oven. Because that's how we are today. Oh shit. Look! It didn't budge! It didn't even budge! I was like thinking it was gonna be all over the floor. It didn't budge! I literally dropped the whole thing upside down and the batter didn't fall out. Oh my goodness! Amazing.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen!
There we go. And when everybody was walking around with the whoop, 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 whoop emote, I was like,
person to send me more condiment packets is
and we're back. Hi. We're gonna have to do something about that clip player. I mean, I knew this going in. Like, I knew that, like, it was gonna just pull the same clips over and over again. But I did it anyway because I was like, I just need something quick and dirty and then we'll fix it. And then I, like, ran out of time and energy to, like, fix things. And I know Dr. Andy has a solution and I just need some help implementing it. So I'm just gonna have to talk to Doc at some point during my free time, which is not gonna be ever. Basically. So maybe on the next break we might play like Words on Stream or something. Okay. Jane says, welcome back. Hi. Hello. Hi. How are you? It's good to see you. Okay. So now we're going to make these chocolate crinkle cookies or just watch Chester Snooze. Do you guys just want Chester Snooze forever? Because we could also just do Chester Snooze forever. We could do that. That would be fun. But also we haven't really, as part of like the ad breaks, we haven't really played Words on Stream yet. So, I mean, so that could also be fun. Okay. Opting out is fine with watching Chester Snooze. Some Random Geek says, I will fix the clip thing later. Later never comes. True for me and me cleaning my room. Okay, so here's what we need. We need a death pact. Wait. That didn't really, I mean, no, that didn't come out right. Not really. But like, okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. So we just need to like contact each other offline and just be like, okay, today is the day. This is the moment. We're doing it. We're going to clean. We're going to fix the clip player. It's a death pact. We just need a buddy. That's what it is. We need like buddy for like buddy system to like fix it together. Right. Okay. So we are going to mix these chocolate crinkle cookies, which apparently I'm not going to do in a, yeah, apparently I'm not going to do that in the mixer. Apparently I'm doing that in a bowl, which is fine because that means we don't dirty the mixer, which is great because then we can dirty the mixer for other things. She says it concerns me that you defaulted to Death Pact. I don't. Well, what was this shouting out of similar concerns? I'm okay. So I do not have the outward demeanor or style sense of a goth person, but it may tell you something that for most of my life, a good solid chunk of my friends have been goths. And so there's like that aspect, right? There's that aspect. And so I don't know how to tell you that yeah, I defaulted to Death Pact. I don't know. What is it? What else should it have been? Jane is also concerned. Well, okay, so what should it be? If it's not a death pact, then what is it? Because it's not a cleaning pact. I'm not cleaning. I'm fixing clips. It's a cleaning clip pact. A clip cleaning packed. That's not right either, because then it sounds like we're just curating our clips together, which, by the way, is also something that streamers should do. Dirtle says, hello. I is big animal right layer. I want to ask you a question. When you last feed Chester? I think you must feed Chester now. Love, Chester. I mean, big animal layer. Hi, Turtle. Hi, Chester's lawyer. How are you? It's good to see you. Mom says, did I ever tell you that I crave chocolate crinkle cookies while pregnant with you? They caused instant heartburn and I could not stop eating them. No. Well, probably, but I probably didn't remember. I've never made these before. Brigitte says accountability buddy. No death involved. Accountability. Oh, yeah, but some random geek is fine with death pact, so we're just going to go with that. Chester is asleep and we'd like to keep it that way. Yes. Okay. So having goths for friends is good unless you like having Romans about. Yeah. No, not that kind of goth. It is Saturnalia, which is in fact, I think a Roman invention. So yeah, we're yeah. Hi Dirtle. Good to see you. Chester sleeping until right before dinner time is the best timing. Yes. Or Huns. Yeah, we don't want Huns. No Huns. No Huns. Although occasionally I call Grog Hun. I do, but I don't mean like Hun. I mean like Hon. Although I guess Grog has some German ancestry. Grog, do you have Hun ancestry? Turtles agree feeding Chester when he wakes up is the best option. Yeah, when you try to eat while you're asleep, then I think that increases the chances that you might choke. So we don't want that. In a large bowl, combine flour, cocoa powder, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. Okay, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. So let's start with the flour. Opting out wants to know if I ever call him Hun around your goth friends. I might. Although for the most part, when I am in like a Discord voice call or whatever, those friends tend not to be my goth friends. Not because I don't like my goth friends. It's just that my goth friends don't play Fortnite. Is Call Me Corey a goth? No, but she can emulate one. All right. Unsweetened cocoa powder, 3/4 cups of unsweetened cocoa powder. Okay, I'm gonna get the cocoa powder out. Should be here. And I also need a different 3/4 cup because I can't use that one because I don't want to contaminate it, because one of the things that I often make with cocoa powder is my gluten-free cookies. Here's a 3/4 cup that is not contaminated with flour. Hi, Mini Des. So my goth friends are real, but go to another high school in another town? No, they're Canadian. Yeah, see, Dirtle says Fortnite is too colorful for goths. It's true. Hard to think about death and darkness when you're doing a little dance. Na 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 na. Life is dynamite. Hi. Canada is the U.S. equivalent to another high school in another town. It totally is. They're my Canadian goth friends, like Canadian girlfriends. Right. Okay. So this I'm just gonna put over here because we're probably gonna use it again. And then salt, a teaspoon of kosher salt. We're gonna put kosher salt in these cookies. Sometimes I feel like people call for kosher salt and they don't actually know what kosher salt is or what it means. Right. I need the teaspoon, which is now wet. So let's try it. Opting out says I'm fairly sure I'm just being made up by some Yank trying to big themselves up. You're a wait, opting out is a fictitious Canadian? I have to now you're gonna actually make me stop and consider the metaphysical Stop and make me consider the metaphysical ramifications of taking bread recipes from fictional Canadians who are figments of Yank imaginations. Help. Never Geek has that dynamite emote in Fortnite. Oh wait, no, it just goes up, right? All right. It's my favorite one. I waited, like, that was the one that I sat, like, every time the item shop went live, I was like, is it in there? Is it in there? Can I have it yet? I wasn't even a big BTS fan. I just liked the sound of it. And then I went and listened to the song. And then I went and listened to the song about another 600 times. And then I finally got the emote. And now I still annoy my friends with it. And isn't that great? Okay, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. And every time I play it, Brigitte has an emote that does this. Brigitte has an emote that does this. That tends to be the one she uses whenever I use the dynamite emote. Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. No, that's baking soda. That's bad. Opting out says I sometimes have what I call reverse solipsism, where I'm fairly sure everyone else exists, but I'm not so sure about myself. So yes, I very well may be a fiction. Is that my victory emote? You know, I have such poor reaction time when we actually win that in theory, yes, it should be, because I do play it when I remember it and can find it, but I don't always remember it. So I tend to kind of just hit the down button, and whatever that button is that turns on whatever emote that is that button turns on, that's my victory emote. Luckily, I don't have any toxic ones. I haven't acquired any toxic emotes. So they're all just kind of silly little dances. All right, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda is going in this bowl. And we're still going to try to keep these a little bit organized. So all of our leaveners are going to go over there. And then we're going to whisk these things together. Although I think we played for 2 hours this afternoon. We played Fortnite for 2 hours this afternoon. We won twice. And I think the second time that's the one I played. I think did hey Brigitte or Des, did that person die that last person that we fought, that last team that we fought? I downed a guy on Loot Island. And then I rezzed Brigitte, and then we were running from the storm. Did that team die to storm? Did the last person on that team die to the storm, or did somebody shoot him? Oh, yours just phoned it out, the saxophone emote. That one's really good. That's replays, face replays. That's the one that he uses when he wants to be toxic, which I think is pretty funny. Which is not a toxic emote. That is not a toxic emote. I don't believe that is toxic. It's just that like when he like is dancing on somebody as a result of killing someone who tried to Deku smash him or something, like that's the one he'll play. Dirtle says shame Hades isn't multiplayer. Goths would probably play a game about the underworld. Oh, that is true. That is true. Although I think probably, I don't know. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be good. Hades should be multiplayer. Why couldn't it? In fact, you know what would be cool? And I don't know how this would work from like a lore perspective, but Hades 2 is coming out in 2024. So that's coming out soon. And wouldn't it be cool if it's supposed to be about Zagreus' sister. If you could play as Zagreus' sister, but then also have a friend come help you. And that friend could be Zagreus. Wouldn't that be great? Des says I think it was partial storm, partial shooting. Oh, okay. So like we knocked everybody and then they were trying to crawl out of the storm. Something like that. Some random geek says the down button will play the emote at the top of the wheel of your locker emotes, which is the most left emote when you set it in your locker. Ah! No wonder I just play a random emote. How am I supposed to keep track of that? That's impossible. Okay, 1/2 cup of butter melted. So we're going to melt a stick of butter. Let's go ahead and just use a pot for that because I think we're going to have to melt another stick of butter later. This one. I have a melt burner. Let's use the melt burner. Actually, just gonna throw these back here. Let's put the butter. Some kind of gunk in it. I don't use this little pourer very often. Plop. So let's melt the butter. That is assuming you set some emotes in your locker. I, like everyone else, we're just going to talk about Fortnite now. Like everyone else, hate the new locker. I mean, I'm not gonna like riot, okay? Like, let's get this straight. Like, I'm not gonna be like, Epic, I hate you for, I think you should give me V-Bucks because you changed our locker. I'm typing, right? I'm typing because I'm angry. I'm angry typing. I'm not gonna angry type as a result of them making changes to the locker layout, the locker UI. But I will say that they just broke that. They just broke it. And like my favorite feature of the locker was being able to randomize my entire preset outfit. So like I have like my bunny girl, and I have like all of like not all of them, but like a lot of like the good battle pass ones, and then also the ones that I've bought. And they all are very specially constructed according to what they look like and like the things that they're holding and the emotes that they all have, and they're all separate. And all of that just got wiped as far as I can tell. So, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like not being able to randomize my characters. It's very annoying to me. Des will riot. It's stupid. Okay. Turtles is step 1. Set emotes in locker. Step 2. Never do the wrong victory emote ever again. Step 3, ? Step 4, profit. Yes, exactly. Some random geek says the new locker is just different since Epic wants Net or Fortnite to be the Netflix of video games. They do. Although actually, as Brigitte was saying, she thinks they actually want it to be the Uber of video games. Like they just want to underpay their contractors so that on a independent contractor basis, so that they make more money on their server space that they're leasing. The emotes are in a separate tab, same as Loppy Music and Banner. I know, I don't like it. I don't like it. You should never be the aim to be the Uber of anything. Uber sucks. I find it convenient to use, but yes, you're right. All right. In a medium bowl, whisk together melted butter, sugar, and eggs until combined. All right, let's find a medium bowl. Because we are making cookies. And also talking about Fortnite and Uber. Let's see. Des says they just found the other layout cleaner looking. This one's just so clunky looking. I mean, I get that, but some random geek is right. Like the reason they're doing it is there's something that they need to do programming wise that made them have to reorganize the locker. I'm sure that that's what's happening. And I just think they need to go back to the drawing board on it and regain some of the functionality that the people who are the core users of this product and are spending money to be able to pay to use these specific items. Like if you're going to mess with something, don't mess with the one thing in your game that people actually paid for, right? But you know, they're going to have to figure out something else cuz they broke it, and yeah, everybody's mad. Ooh. That is bubbling. Wow, that melted really fast. Cool. Okay. Well, there we go. This. We need this. Some random geek says it's also just the video game industry in general. That's true. Although actually Fortnite does seem to be closer to realizing the dream of not paying people to make you money, more than almost anyone else. Everyone else just makes everybody work unpaid overtime and burns them out. Okay. Grog finds Durdle's comment uplifting. Guys. Right. 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Okay, well, let's try not to contaminate the granulated sugar with chocolate. Just gonna wipe this off. 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. There. Into the butter. 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. Let's find a 1/2 cup. That's a 2/3 of a cup. I think the stuff in the top of this is actually clean. I think it just didn't get unloaded. It looks clean. I think if it weren't clean, there would be stuff on it. Okay. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. There. And 3 large eggs. Okay, where's my whisk? Here it is. That is brown sugar that's probably not going to get broken up, so we're just going to take it out. But some random geek, have you played since the new season started? I haven't seen you online, but I'm actually not sure we're friends. I'm not sure we're epic friends. Oh, got a shell in there. Don't want that. Oh, we are epic friends. Okay, good. You've played a little bit. Did you play the new season, Leah? I did. Quantum, I did. But you know I did because we've played it together. Okay, we are. Okay, good. We still have to play together sometime. I was very proud of myself for shooting a guy's face off with a shotgun. I was very pleased. Normally I lose shotgun fights. Of course, I had a purple shotgun, so that probably helped. All right. 3 eggs. All right. Durdles has got to obey the law. Good night, everybody. It was fun hanging out. Thank you, Durdle. It's really good to see you. Sleep well. And we will see you again soon, I hope. And I promise you we will feed your client when it becomes appropriate to do so. All in due time. Good night. Oh, some random geek only plays when I get home at like 11 p.m. or midnight after I get home from work. Oh no! I only played like 15 matches so far. Okay, yeah, well that's probably why I never really see you online because I don't know if we're in the same time zone. Are you in Eastern time zone? Not that it matters, because 11 p.m. even on the West Coast is going to be a time when I'm not awake. That's a time when I'm sleeping. All right. Pour dry ingredients. Pour into dry ingredients and mix until combined. Okay. Amazing. Where did my... Here it is. Let's see. Quantum says I did crazy things with a sniper. I love this. Did you do crazy things with a sniper? What kind of crazy things did you do? Did you just have really good shots? Or did you like I was in a actually it was Jake's chat. I think it was yesterday. Evolved Jake's another Fortnite streamer that I watch sometimes. And some random geek is his mod. Somebody in Jake's chat suggested that like maybe you could use a sniper instead of a shotgun this season, and Jake was like, "Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you could, but that wouldn't really be optimal." So do you mean like that? Like you used a sniper rifle as a shotgun, or do you mean you just like made some really good shots? Because frankly, I would believe either. Oh, and some random geeks on the West Coast. Okay. Yeah, so 11 o'clock your time would be like 2 a.m. my time. I'm definitely not playing Fortnite at 2 o'clock in the morning. Definitely not. But if you're ever awake at like 3 a.m., I probably would be awake and we could play some Fortnite. Because I get up pretty early. Right, so this is our chocolate crinkle dough. And then this needs to refrigerate for 2 hours. So this is obviously not getting baked today. This is going to have to be baked tomorrow. Let's hope it can stay overnight. All right, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly wash this bowl. I think that's going to be big enough. Oh, a few headshots. Aha. Well, headshots with a sniper are great because a headshot with a sniper means they die instantly. One without a scope, like 100 meters away. Holy heck. That's amazing. I got to teach you how to use post party so that we can see these shots. Some random geek says, I think Epic Games is banking that most of the Battle Royale and Zero build players will still play Fortnite, even if they broke the locker UI, as they set up the locker for the racing mode, Lego mode, etc. That is true. It is all going to depend on how many people actually play those modes. Will be interesting to see. Because they are, even though they say they're not, they are essentially releasing a brand new video game. So it will be interesting to see how down people are to download Fortnite if they are not interested in the Battle Royale. It will be interesting. It will be interesting to see whether that is a thing that people are willing to do. I do not have an answer for that. I, of course, will try them out because I already have it downloaded, and so it will be readily available to me. But, like, Rocket League has been part of the Fortnite crew pack for a while, right? So, like, how many Fortnite players also play Rocket League? I don't have the answer to that question. I'm sure they do. I mean, they have all the data. Perfect. That's the perfect size bowl. This is just going to go in the fridge. Nice. Okay. Des's and I will admit that I'm intrigued by some of the new modes. Do I think I'll be a constant user of them? No. But I think some might be fun. Yeah. Quantum says, okay, I'll go look. Good idea, Leah. Wait, at least 2. What? You're gonna go look at what? I lost track of the conversation. Some random geek says I haven't, but I also work 12-hour days at least 6 days a week. That's so much. That is so much work. I hope they pay you overtime for that. Because if not, that's not fair. I mean, imagine that, capitalism not being fair. Okay, so there's the chocolate crinkle cookies. Woot. Now we're on to coquito cookies, except I think what we're going to do is... Wait, did these just get baked? Where's my notes? They have to chill for 10 minutes on the tray. So these are ready to go. Let me do a quick little reset. In between our things here. Those all had flour. This does not. So these are flour. This is sugar. These are all floury. I think. Oh no, these are for leaveners. That's not dirty. This is not dirty. I can put that away because we don't need that. Oh, hey Grog, did you happen to take the remainder of the Earl Grey tea to work with you? Huh. Interesting. I feel like we're missing an enormous bag of Earl Grey tea. I'll have to do a poke around at some point and see if I can find it. I ended up using the Countess Grey, which has some orange something. Hold on, I'll read it to you. Yeah, right? So it says, well, I can't read this without my glasses. Why am I even trying? Okay. Countess Grey is loose leaf black tea flavored with bergamot and orange flavoring, which I think sounds fine for these cookies. I think that'll be great. Okay. Opting out says I meandered. Quantum's gonna go look at replays. Okay. I meandered off after the deck packed talk. I meander back to Leah going on about the triangle you visualized to get an instant kill on a headshot. I'm starting to think this isn't a wholesome stream after all. I think I need an adult. I'm sorry. I like playing Fortnite. Right, Des says what I worry about is what will happen to the battle passes. Like, I don't want my Fortnite battle pass to be full every month with items for other modes, but also that's a lot of battle passes if each mode got one. That is fair. Some random geek does get overtime, hence why I work the 12 hours. Yes. Okay, tea, Earl Grey, hot. This is clearly a reference to something that I am unfamiliar with. So, fill me in. Des, I agree with you. I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, obviously, if they did a battle pass for each mode, like, I don't think each of those individual battle passes would do as well as just like the Fortnite battle pass. But also, yes, I enjoy Fortnite, but I don't think I'm going to be playing a whole lot of Lego survival game or a whole lot of racing game. I might just play it just to see how it is. And occasionally if I think it's fun, but especially unless you can like, it's like a similar thing where you can like play with your friends and everybody's super into it, then I don't know if that is going to be fun for me. Grog says Star Trek Next Generation. Captain Picard's standing replicator order. Okay. Picard. Jean-Luc. Yes, and Brigitte wants them to fix the locker first. This is what we were just talking about. We were just talking about the locker, and I was saying that there's no way that these locker shenanigans aren't down to them having other modes to take into account now. I'm sure that's it. Okay, Brigitte went to put the recycling out. Okay. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise, which is supposed to be a song, but I don't know what that song is. Roast some veg and put the recycling out. Nice. Des is most intrigued by the festival one. That's actually the one I'm least intrigued by. I think probably in order of most to least interested in the new modes, it's probably it's probably Lego Racing Rock Band, right? So if you're not sure what we're talking about, Fortnite is releasing a new basically Lego, but it basically Minecraft or Roblox within Fortnite with Lego branding. So this is Minecraft but Lego. The racing game is car racing but Rocket League. Like the Rocket League cars. And it's just a racing game, which Rocket League is not. Rocket League is a soccer game, but you play soccer with cars. I don't know why it works, but I have played it, and even though I'm bad at it, it does work. Who thought of soccer with cars? I just don't get it. And then the new festival mode, they literally bought the company that made Rock Band, that made the Rock Band video game. And so this is literally Rock Band but Fortnite. Opting out says, I believe there's a whole thing about Picard's exact tea temperature being wrong in the same way as Bun's martinis. Imagine Star Trek fans being pedants. Shocked. I'm shocked as well. I feel like the concept of fandom was invented for Star Trek. Dirtle's client is misbehaving again. Dirtle's client has to wait 24 more minutes. Just as you see, I know I don't like Minecraft, and since that's what Lego is going to be, meh. I don't and Brigitte is imploring Des to play Lego with her. I will play Lego with you, Brigitte. I've never played Minecraft. I've never been intrigued by Minecraft because I don't like the look of Minecraft, but I do like the look of Lego, and I do like the look of Fortnite. So I feel like this is an opportunity to partake of a popular genre in a way that is visually appealing to me. Des is with you, maybe, though my son will be incredibly jealous. I believe your son will also, yes, be incredibly jealous. But was your son incredibly jealous when you wouldn't play Fortnite with him and now you're like a Fortnite prode? Prode? What did I even say? Okay, so you guys, I'm a little bit killing time because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I have more cookies to make, obviously. I've only started 2 of the 4 that we wanted to do today. Here's my problem. I have a little bit of a headache and it's just not going away. And I did take something earlier. And it's starting to make me a little more ouchy. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. Okay. Kaylee, hi, Shark, how are you? It's good to see you. Grug thought we killed time yesterday. Okay, yes, we did. He doesn't play with me much because I refuse to do build mode. He only does builds? He does builds? No. Oh my gosh, no. Oh wow. I mean, if I can play no builds in builds, I'll play builds. I just am not going to build. The only thing I will do in builds is if I'm like on a cliff side or whatever, I'll put up a build behind me and like shoot down at people, like with proper adequate 0 build cover. This is opting out is making a Monty Python joke. Do I need a Monty Python joke counter? Because that's the only other thing that'll make me groan as loud as a pun. And if it's a Monty Python pun, I guess I have to push both buttons. I don't know. I'm just going to be standing here pushing buttons. I don't know. Oh, I see. Chester is nudging you to remind him that he's hungry. That's pretty funny. Kaylee just awoke from a food coma and I'm still full. No dinner for me tonight. Wait, did you have lunch? Did you have something good for lunch? What did you have for lunch? Will you tell us? If it left you with a food coma, I want to know what it was. Brigitte says, why play builds on such a beautiful map? That's true. Builds does kind of mar the landscape. Yeah, it is a really pretty map. Okay, so let's see. Right. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is rather than trying to do the coquito cookies, because these are gonna be like a soup to nuts, like all the way through mix them, bake them, cool them, glaze them. I'm going to skip out on this one today, and I'm just going to do the brown butter snickerdoodle dough because that has to refrigerate overnight, and we're going to bake off the Earl Grey tea cookies. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to compromise a little bit and just do 3 cookies instead of 4. Opting out says, not just you, all Canadians. It is possible we have been invented to raise the social status of American high schoolers. Yeah, Kaylee, you missed the fact that that Canadians don't actually exist. They're figments in the imagination of Americans seeking a higher social status via the invention of Canadian goth girlfriends. Okay, Des needs to start dinner before Minnie Des dies of starvation. Okay, you lurk away, Des. Thank you for moderating, and we will catch you later, I'm sure. Kaylee said 2 leftover burritos, but really just filled me today for whatever. Leftover burritos sound delicious. Grog, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can here. 2 burritos left over. Truly, we are separated by common language. Yes. Right. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and slice up some cookies here. Let's do this. Let me grab my Stacko trays. My Stacko cookie trays. There are 6 of them. Let me get my parchment paper. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Abby, hi. This is a lot of cookies and Monty Python and apparently Star Trek: The Next Generation. Also, did you know that Canadians are fictional? Brigitte has teleported Abby onto the cop velocity slide. What is that? Hi, Andy. Moral restrictions. That's amore. Is that a pun? That was a pun, wasn't it? Okay. Let's use this. Let's use this cutting board to do this. How are you? Oh, okay. Abby is rolling to counter speed at which I exit the slide. Abby rolled a 10. That's like smack in the middle. Okay, Brigitte says it's not too dangerous. Okay, good. Well, now he's drinking water, so he can't be too whiny. He can't whine and drink water at the same time. Did you know he can actually whine and eat at the same time, though? One time he tried to bark and eat at the same time. That went poorly. I'm like, how do you do the Heimlich on a dog? I don't actually know. So I'm glad he worked it out himself. But I was also like, you're an idiot. Please stop barking while you're trying to eat. Didn't your mother tell you never to talk with your mouth full? Opting out says, when the moon hits your knees and you mispronounce trees, Singapore. Why do I put up with you people? Okay. We're gonna slice these cookies. Already they're falling apart. This is suboptimal. I didn't walk into that. Andy says, being British, I'm trained in Monty Python. Well, you're surrounded by American geeks. And they're also trained in Monty Python. Sadly for me. I don't understand how I walked right into that. I knew the song, and I had to sing it. That's the rule. I believe I was set up, is what I think. I don't understand why this is so crumbly. This is so much more crumbly than normal. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a cookie. Does anybody care if their cookie is perfect? Nobody. Nobody cares if their cookie is perfect. Also, we're celebrating the ancient Roman feast of Saturnalia. Does the easing of moral restrictions include making imperfect cookies? Okay, Brigitte is not too bad. Sat around all day waiting for the team to call so I can use my my laptop and actually work. And there was no call. Yeah, that seems suboptimal. They're probably gonna have to deal with that sometime soon. That would probably be good. Yes, Andy, and now for something completely different. Yes. Although I actually do have a redemption that I turn on for very specific streams that is called, and now for something completely different. Grog says you should have read ahead instead of reading it aloud. I don't do that. I trust my chat. I don't read ahead. I just assume y'all are not going to get me into trouble. So I didn't walk into that. I'm just terminally naive. And willing to be taken advantage of for the sake of other people's entertainment. Fool you twice, shame on Leah, I guess, yeah. This happens every year. I'm like, where do I put all these cookies? I don't even know. How is this my life? Brigitte says the easing of moral restrictions means I can eat more mushrooms. Morals are spring mushrooms. I don't think you can get them in December. You want to know how I know that? Stardew Valley. And that's the way the cookie crumbles in the amphitheater. Yes, Andy understands. Thank you, Andy. Also, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome to here. We got raided by Lysanthia earlier. Were you here for that? Do you follow Lysanth? You should. She's very sweet. She was making cookies too. She was making gingerbread. These ones in the middle of the log are better than the ones at the end of the log. I don't know what that means. I'm glad you're good. Oh, do we do another shout out for Lysanth? Yes. Lysanth rated us earlier. Lysanth is great. I like watching her streams. They're very chill. They're even more chill than mine. And my streams are pretty chill. Opting Out says, if you're full of mushrooms, Brigitte, you can have some of my... Oh my god, I'm sure maitake is probably a mushroom. Also, Chef John, hi. Why is that command broken? That command should not be broken. I just fixed that command today. Also, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Enter. It worked for me. That means it's probably set up wrong and I'll have to fix that. But hello, hi, good to see you. My gosh, all these friends. Another terrific food and drink streamer, by the way. Chef John was making Korean barbecue style burgers. And I literally was like, I don't remember why I had to run away, but I had to run away. And I was like I had something to do and I couldn't watch the stream. And I was like, I'm literally joining your Discord so that I can get this recipe. And we'll probably make those on stream at some point. Because heck yeah. I love Korean barbecue. And Korean barbecue burgers sound amazing. What's Simba's favorite mushroom? Lion's mane. Ugh. Oh wait, I owe one for Maitake probably too. Oh, okay. So Chester wants to know what present Chester Claus is gonna bring her. Okay, Kaylee. Kaylee, October is going to be. I hope you like this. Chester Claus is bringing you a creepy marionette. Hercium. Too many mushroom puns for her liking. Oh no! Sorry, Kaylee. Our creepy marionette's not your jam. Creepy marionette is redundant. That is true. I mean, I don't know. Like, not all marionettes are creepy. Like, okay, so like in The Sound of Music, right? So in the musical, The Sound of Music, those are like the lonely goat herd and the mom and the goat. Those are all marionettes. Like, those aren't creepy. The especially the goats are really cute. High on a hill with a lonely goat herd, lay yo lay yo lay hee hoo. The goat is really cute. Lonely goat herd, yeah, right? Like they're cute. The goat marionettes especially are super cute. Yodelay. You don't want me to sing that song. That's way outside my range. But the marionettes, I maintain, are cute. Grog says if that's not good, Chester can always bring his standard present, shed hair. Yes, so it's either creepy marionette from Chester Claus or shed hair from Chester, who is a completely different person. Right. Okay, how long are we baking these for? I have to look this up. 12 minutes. There's cast iron pans in my, hold on a second. There are cast iron pans in my sink. What? Yes. I tend to store the cast iron in the oven just because it's convenient, but it's not convenient when I put 3 cookie trays in there. Right. It's the whole reason I bought this specific oven is that I could put 3 cookie trays in it. 12 minutes. You guys, it's a momentous occasion. Our first cookies are going into the oven. Andy loves that song. Yes. Brigitte didn't realize sheds had hair. No, shit. Fine. Pro Ninja. Oh no, I came into stream to puns. In other words, you came in. Hi, Pro Ninja. How are you? Are you enjoying the new Fortnite season? We were just talking about the new Fortnite season, but we're not anymore. We're talking about the lonely goat herd now. Did someone say puns? Yes. Someone constantly says puns. So many puns, all the time. Brigitte says maybe the creepy marionette, maybe store the creepy marionette until Halloween. Yes, assuming it doesn't escape and try to kill you. Right. Pro Ninja says I haven't given anything. Oh no, Chef John is feeling rather punny, and now we have to push the pun button for punny. Ugh. Okay. Aha. Andy says, Leah, hey Leah, what's Chester's favorite item of furniture? A Chester drawers. And Chef John needs cinnamon rolls to make him feel better. Synonym rolls. Terrible. So bad. Or a Chesterfield. So bad. All right, y'all are gonna have to pun amongst yourselves. Yeah, it hurts. Exactly. Pro Ninja feels my pain. At least one of you does. I receive no moral support or respect from my chat at all. Right. But y'all are gonna have to pun amongst yourselves because I have left myself enough time to actually get our words on stream up and running here. So we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna take a little break and we are going to play some words on stream today for our break. Give me a moment to get this set up. It's gonna take a second. I'm gonna do some dishes. I'm gonna finish slicing these cookies, and then we're gonna go do our thing. Do 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 do. And then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and we're gonna take a little quick ad break. Technically 3 minutes. If you guys do well, maybe we'll take a little longer break and you guys can continue to play words on stream while I work. And I will see you guys back here in just a little bit. Okay, y'all are too good at this, but I do want you to be able to continue playing because you're so good. Hi. So we're just gonna do this. I apologize if it's a little scuffy. I hadn't really taken this into account. So hi Journey, hi Corey, hi Shark, hi. So you guys can keep playing while I do brown butter snickerdoodles. You know, we'll turn back to a normal thing when y'all are finished. If you guys ever finish. Corey says I'm middling at best at these. I'll leave it to the expert Brig. Yeah, Brig is very good at this. Until you get to, I think fake letter she's fine with. I think it's the hidden letter or the hidden guesses. There's a stage at which things start to break down. So we'll do our best. While you guys play, I am gonna go ahead and work on getting these things together. These things for the brown butter snickerdoodles. I was going to make the cuccidati cookies, which are like a rolled fig cookie, basically like an Italian fig Newton for adults. But unfortunately, they are way too complicated, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. So, Corey says I now have 2 of each of the mystery crafts I showed you. Just need to order 2 of the holiday ones on payday. Fun. Well, if you tell me what to order, I can order them for you. But let's do it. Did you want to do it Sunday? I don't see why we couldn't do that. If you wanted to do that. And I can bring you cookies. Three cups of flour. 3 cups of flour and an entire stick of butter. These are going to be great. Ah, okay. Corey says I'll order them because I get 5% off and free shipping with Target because of my card. I see. All right. Well, if you insist, but I don't mind. Right. Okay. So 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. So newcomers, Corey, Cherney, I know you're busy, but how are you? Are things good? I hope they're good. Where's my cream of tartar? Uh-oh. Hey, hon, will you add cream of tartar to the grocery list? I'm gonna have just enough, or we're gonna call it just enough. It's just shy of two teaspoons, but it'll be all right. Nux. Turney is preparing for an event tonight, so I'm a little frazzled, but glad I get to listen to you in the background. Well, I'm glad we could keep you company while you did some work. Good luck with your event. I'm sure you're going to do great because you are a tremendously competent, entertaining, and delightful human being who is just going to kill it. I know, for sure. Okay, so a teaspoon of kosher salt. Everybody with the kosher salt. Let's find the kosher salt. I'm not too kind. I'm extraordinarily accurate. I don't want to say I never exaggerate, but when I'm complimenting my friends, I never exaggerate. Okay. Kosher salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's grab that. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, should we go to the next thing? It's less a chemical okay, so Turney asks, what is the chemical importance of kosher salt? There is one, isn't there? I think it's actually, kosher salt is going to be more coarse, generally speaking, at least what they sell as kosher salt. So really the distinction that they're making there is if you use a teaspoon of a fine-grained salt, you're going to end up with too much salt in your cookies. If it specifies kosher salt, it's looking for a thicker grain of, a bigger grain of salt. So it's going to be a little bit less salty as a result because there's more space between the grains. Corey's is sold out, but there are 2 in Falls Church. Do we need to go to Target? Do we need to take a Target field trip? Okay, so cream of tartar, salt, and baking soda. All right, let's do this. I wonder if this is gonna brown in this pan. I don't know why it wouldn't. Turney says, but yes, I'm running a workshop tonight and I'm expecting a newcomer in the group, which is always interesting. Newcomers are fun. I'm sure you will make them feel very welcome. All right, that is gonna do it for us. You guys got to level 15. Amazing. So good. You guys did great. Okay, so I need to, what do I need to do? I need to exit words on stream. And I close that. And then go to our regular scene. And then I have to remember to put it back. Good luck to me before Friday. Oh, okay. Okay. It did. It did it. And I don't want to burn it. So hold on a second. It actually browned the butter. It did it. Absolutely 100% did it. All right. So let's, what am I doing with this butter? To bowl with brown butter. Okay.
I'll have what she's having.
Brigitte. Hi. Wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna I thank you for the bits, but give me 1 second. I have to figure out what I'm doing here. Pour browned butter into a large heat-proof bowl and let cool for about 10 minutes. Let's just pour it into the mixer because that's a heat-proof bowl and it needs to get out of this hot pan immediately. Also, do as I say, not as I do. Don't actually handle hot pans with a kitchen towel. It runs the risk of burning you, and not everyone has asbestos hands. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't do what I just did because it's dangerous. Right. Okay. All right. Brigitte hates the hidden letter. Let's see. Wait, 25 bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Words on Stream winner. I choose this channel for the Corgo prize. Well, thank you, Brigitte. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate the bits. It's command, remind me. And I think it's wait. Is it a mod only? I should actually just like make that like a general thing. But thank you. I appreciate that. Also, hi Sunny. Hi, how are you? Mom says some people, Brigitte, are insanely good at that game. Yes, Brigitte is very, very good at that game. Basically anything involving words, Brigitte's great at. Yes, you do know that, Sunny. I saw Sunny hanging out in your space. You did it as a joke, but I love that. No, it totally does. I think it's just remind me though. Remind me to put the game back on the gaming scene and delete words on stream. I think that's right. I think it's just remind me. We can find out because it will appear in Discord. It sends me a Discord notification. Ha! Yes, it did. So yeah, Corey helped me build this thing that it literally sends via webhooks. It sends when it does remind me, it sends a Discord message to the mod chat in Discord that like gives me a to-do list that tells me what I need to do. It's very cool. Attorney says you could just click the eye and make it invisible. Can you? Because one of the things that happened with my when I tried to do that with YouTube, one of the things that happened is that I couldn't get the sound to go away. Like, even though I had hidden it, the sound was still there, and that was traumatic for me, and now I don't trust browser sources. Okay, opting out says if we do burn ourselves from copying something we saw on stream or we want our dinner early, can you recommend a good lawyer? Not to Canadians. One, because Canadians are fictitious, and two, because the only lawyer I know personally enough to recommend them is my mother, and she's only barred in California. Sunny would like to know what what present Chester Claus is bringing. Okay, Sunny and July. Okay, so Chester Claus is bringing Sunny a chia pet. It may be a Bob Ross one, if you so choose. Brigitte says I sausaged it out. It's fine. Yeah, by deleting everything. Corey says I believe Chester knows a good lawyer. I'm not sure Chester's lawyer can help either. Also, Chester's lawyer is not a lawyer. Turney says you do have to make sure the audio for the browser source is muted too, but yes, I'd keep it in place, but do whatever works for you. Yeah, I might have to contact you offline because I broke the heck out of that, and maybe you would have some insight as to how to not break the heck out of that. My mother says any lawyer that would take that case is not a good lawyer. Oops. Okay. Right. Corey would also like to know what Chester Claus is bringing. So, Corey and February. Chester Claus is bringing several pots of pristine, brand new, never been touched, opened, or played with Play-Doh. Lucky Corey. Sunny's actually keeping plants alive now. Heck yeah. Corey says I didn't say he could, just that Chester has a lawyer. That's true. Wait, Turney says when you're done tonight, you can stop by my workshop. Wait, your workshop? You know what? I have to say, because I'm streaming every day in December, or at least until the 24th, I set myself this challenge and I'm going to do it. I have been absolutely ignoring everything. So I had no idea you were doing a workshop tonight. Is it in your Discord? Because then I'm in your Discord and I could actually stop by later. And Corey is very excited about the Chester Claus present. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. You can actually thank Brigitte because Brigitte made up all the Chester Claus gifts. Churney says, I feel ya. I did 25 days of Churney-mas last year, so I know that. And yes, it's in my Discord. All right, awesome. That's so cool that you did that. Now I'm doing Saturnalia. Get it? Sunny says, I was meant to stream tonight, but I got tired of studying and socializing, so it may be tomorrow instead. That's fair. You should do what's right for you. And heck, schedules. Corey says, pristine, never touched, brand new Play-Doh is fucking mint. All right, good. Brigitte says, I spent all last month interning at the Chester Claus workshop in order to provide appropriately named Chester Claus gifts. All right, Jane is Jane and August. Okay, so we're going to look on August. Under Jane, Chester Claus has a present for you, and it is a superhero action figure. It is non-specific as to which superhero. So you may specify, what superhero action figure are you getting, Jane? Turney says Saturnalia was one of my favorite holidays. So I was so excited when I saw that on Insta. That was Brigitte, and it's literally just because it's my name. But honestly, we did some research, and it's so heckin' appropriate. I love it. Sunny says my schedule's been a mess for a month now. No one will mind. That happens. Corey says, oh, these cookies. I set a timer for 2 minutes. I overbaked them by a lot. Heck, they're not burned. But when I saw JRK, I was like, JRK's going to steal my cookies. All right, you guys. Yeah, they're not burned, but they're close. And I might not be able to use all of those. This is what happens when I stream. Oh, no. Okay. Right. I'll show you. Actually, you guys can see. You guys can see my hidden shame. Actually, they don't look that bad. They look a little worse in person. They look lighter than they are. Okay. Let's see. Corey says there were hordes of youths with papers gathering at the mall today. I don't know why, but I heard much slang. JRK is asking chat to distract so he can steal the cookies. That's very JRK. All right, let's put these in and let's try not to burn them. We will do our best. 12 minutes. I did. I put them in for 2 more minutes and then I forgot to pull them out again. Oh, well. Those are for mixing in ice cream. Not if I burned them. Like some of these, yeah, some of them are burnt. Like this one is burnt. Like that's just going to go in the trash. That's okay. Yes, JRK's going to steal the cookies. Some of them are probably all right. Corey is going to be very focused on the cookies to keep them safe. Good. Jane says, I think I'll let BuzzFeed decide which action figure I should get. Oh my gosh. Corey says, you like that, but I like the crunchy ones in ice cream. Yeah, but crunchy is different than burnt. That's just going to be bitter. And my mom says she'll eat it. Can you put the burnt toast method and put them on a spice grater? Maybe. I'll try it. I do have a microplane, but right now they're too hot to touch, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, sometimes you want to rescue the cookie, and this is Grog's favorite, so we will try. We will try and see if we can rescue these. Right. Okay. Snickerdoodles. Finish up the snickerdoodles. Let's do. What am I doing here? In the bowl with the brown butter. Whisk in brown sugar and granulated sugar. So half a cup of brown sugar and 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar. Okay. So we need a cup. We need a cup of granulated sugar. And then half a cup of brown sugar. Why does everything have half a cup of brown sugar? It's convenient though, because I can just use the same cup. Right. We're keeping organized so that we don't mess everything up or contaminate our ingredients. let's see. Also, Sunny drew a new emote that I feel you all would appreciate. I actually can't, unfortunately, I can't really see it on my screen because it's black. Hold on a second. Let's look at it on this one. Aw, so sweet. I love it. Turney says I would do that with grilled cheese. Too much black. I'd pull out the spice grater and get rid of the char. Yeah. I do that with toast. I definitely have done that for sure. Turney says because it's easier than measuring molasses. That's true. Having a sip since I didn't drink tea 99% of the time. Yes, sounds terrific. Okay, so in the bowl we're gonna whisk in. All right, we're not gonna whisk it. We're just gonna do it with the paddle. Also, JRK, I didn't realize that that you're not American. Because you went to Primark and bought a jumper. For the record, I love Primark, and I have a jumper from Primark. It's not a Deadpool Christmas jumper. But it is like a workout sweatshirt, and I have loved it for like 6 years, and it's on its last legs, but it's terrific, and I like it. Oh, my mother has redeemed Treat Leah. What are we treating Leah with today? I still have, hold on a second. I'll pull the map from back here. I still have peanut butter M&Ms left over. Thought you might want a cookie. They're still too hot. But I do have peanut butter M&Ms. I don't want to compound my burnt cookie error by burning my mouth. All right, Churney is lurking to make tea. Excellent idea. Corey got mochi donuts on the way home. It's dangerous. I don't know if I like mochi donuts. I'll have to try them and see. Peanut butter M&Ms are great. That's warm, but not hot, so it should be okay. I'm gonna crack the eggs into a bowl though, so that we don't get eggshells in them. Nope. And as it turns out, those ones were perfect. All right. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then what are we doing with the cinnamon? I think the cinnamon did get rolled in cinnamon sugar. Yes. Okay. So it's just vanilla that we need in here. Yes, I realize this looks like vodka, but it's not. It's homemade vanilla extract. Or like it's in a vodka bottle, but it is homemade vanilla extract. Corey says they're just like regular donuts, just a little fluffy, chewier, in a circle of 8 tiny balls. Interesting. Right. Nice. Chill at least 1 hour or up to 2 days. Well, we are definitely going to chill these and then bake them tomorrow. Because I will, in fact, be live again tomorrow making more cookies. That's the plan. And we'll just put them back in this bowl because we're not going to do any more cookies tonight. All right. I am not going to take those any further with the mixer. I'm going to grab Oh, actually, we could just grab this spatula that had all the butter on it and use that. Okay. This is getting there. I love brown butter. It smells so good in here. It's like all nutty and sweet. I love it. But because the butter's warm, I think that's probably why it wants us to refrigerate this dough, because they're going to spread too much. And the whole purpose of putting the cream of tartar in them is that so they puff rather than spread. And so basically you kind of negate the point of adding cream of tartar if you don't chill the dough. So sometimes you can kind of play fast and loose with that, chill it for a little less time or whatever. But for this one, I think the hour minimum is probably right on target, and maybe even longer. It says up to 2 days. So I think that's probably the right call. I'm actually just going to set this aside for a second while I straighten some things up. Okay. Right. So there are some of our cookies. Let's try this method that Cherney has suggested, because the tops are definitely not burnt. And I wonder if this is going to be edible enough for us if we sand the burnt part off. I don't think so. This is not really working very well. Not as well as it does on toast anyway. See, it's still quite brown. And that's a more faithful, actually that's a little, it's funny because that camera is a little bit light. This camera's a little dark. It's not actually that burnt, but and they're rock hard, way overcooked, and burnt. So 2 thumbs down, no, oops. All right, but this one is more like it. There we go. I think these are actually better when they're fully cool. They're actually better as they mature because the tea kind of infuses the dough a little bit as they sit. These are a little crunchy. I'm not sure why they're so crunchy. Probably because I overbaked them. But whatever. I have a timer. 40 seconds. Delightful. Yes. It is a cookie. I also horribly overworked the dough. I might remake these. In general, I am unimpressed with the results of my efforts. This particular cookie should be very tender, and because I had to like mix in so much water because my flour was so dry, I just don't think, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That was a less than successful effort, which is weird because, as I've said, I've made these cookies about 100 times. Also, hi, Blue, and thank you for giving Blue that shout out. I actually raided Lil Blue Mazzati yesterday. Was playing Dragon Age Origins for Dragon Age Day. So Blue's a huge BioWare fan. Plays a lot of Mass Effect and Dragon Age, as well as a few other things here and there. But just a delightful human being, and just really always lovely and supportive, and has an absolutely beautiful singing voice. So if you are not following Blue, please do that. Right. So, you guys, I think we're more or less done for the day. We have brown butter snickerdoodle cookie dough that has to chill until tomorrow. We have chocolate crinkle dough that has to chill until tomorrow. So we will bake those off tomorrow. And then I wish we heard more of that singing. I do too. I wish Blue could be persuaded to sing more than snippets, because I sing snippets and there's like a good reason for that. But when Blue sings snippets, I'm like, ooh, a little more. Could we do a little more? That'd be great. I would love that. So I think that's actually going to do it for us today. My headache has abated, luckily, so that's good. But even so, I don't want to wade into a whole other project or put more cookies in the oven, because we've only got 20 minutes left in stream, and that's pretty much going to be, it. So, right. So let us go ahead and say some thank yous to people. First of all, to my moderators, Grognar Gourmand, who has already done some dishes and is probably going to have to do a few more. Hush. Thank you. All right, let's pull these out so that I don't mess this up. Right, so this is actually what these are supposed to look like. So, yeah, you can tell there's a pretty big difference. Oh, wait, you can't see it. But you can tell there's a pretty big difference between what these look like and what they're actually supposed to look like. These, though, might not be quite done. These need one more minute. Literally one. Anyway, right. Grog, thank you for doing the dishes and wrangling the dog, my darling. Des Dabbles, who is currently playing both Dark Souls and God of War, but was most recently playing Stray Gods. I think that's going to be next Monday. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow, but Des does stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, so 2 more times this week, from 1 until 4 Eastern time. Very friendly community, very lovely, chill streamer, and except when she's, swearing at NPCs. But a lovely person, and I obviously hang out there a lot. So definitely follow Des. Brigitte, aka Byron Mask, who is currently streaming rather intermittently, but occasionally can be seen making appearances on my channel and elsewhere. Follow her for notifications when she goes live. And then Dr. Andy23, who will in fact be live later tonight. I'm not entirely sure what he's going to be playing. Does it say? Playing Kathy Rain, the director's cut. This involved a detective girl with a motorcycle last week. I didn't get to watch very much of it, because usually what happens is they get started around 7 o'clock Eastern, and they talk for an hour. And so I get about 45 minutes into a game before I have to go to bed. But that's currently what they're playing. And hopefully you will go check them out, because I love being over there, and it's a good spot. So follow him and come hang out there in about 20 minutes. Right. So, also thank you so much to Lasanth for the raid. I really appreciate that so much. And to our new followers, and Brigitte for the bits. I appreciated it so much. And then, oh, wait, what? As I said a minute on my watch to let you know, I feel so much responsible because put something in the oven for a minute and burn it is a trick I taught you. No. My problem is that I tend to rely on my internal baker's alarm, but my internal baker's alarm doesn't actually work when I'm streaming, which I know. And I did have the thing on and it literally did go off. I was just ignoring it. I don't know. Oh no, Sunny forgot to watch the last hour of last week's stream. Yeah, I'm not as aggressive about watching the VODs as I used to be, unfortunately. I just have a lot more things going on now than I did when I discovered Dr. Andy 23 in the beginning of 2021 prior to everyone being vaccinated. So that's just sometimes life do be like that. Right. Also, let's see. Okay. Let's throw out a link to some socials. I am on Instagram and Threads, and I do have a Discord. The Discord is the place to be for notifications of when I'm going live, what I'm doing in any given week, if I have to change stream times, also silliness and shenanigans. Today there are all kinds of memes. I don't know why. Sometimes the Discord is busy and sometimes it's not, but yeah, there was much silliness being had today, and I was giggling. And then Instagram and Threads, I do tend to post pictures of the things that I cook. In fact, I have one in the hopper that I haven't posted yet. The one from yesterday. Was it just yesterday? Oh golly. Right. I think that's gonna do it for us. So let us.
Let it out!
Oh.
Let the disco happen!
Thank you, Rajit, for the disco party to close out the stream. Let us see who is live. Okay. Give me just a second here. I'm a scanning. I'm a scanning and a looking. What do I see? Do 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 do. Okay, actually, we have not raided this person in a while. And I am gonna go ahead and raid my friend Cool Runnings. Joe does a lot of inclusive fitness content, fitness and nutrition content. But today, Tuesdays, Joe plays video games. And today we have been promised, and the only reason I'm doing this is day one of this playthrough. Day one of Oxenfree 2. That is a thing that Dr. Andy played and is a thing that has been sort of bandied about our community for a while. It tends to be a pretty popular choice. People are enjoying watching this game. So let's go ahead and raid Cool Runnings. What am I doing? Castile. Oh my gosh, what have we done that Castile has graced us with their presence? Hi, how are you? Welcome to here. Okay, sorry. I copied the thing, but I unsuccessfully copied it. The problem is that he spells it weird, and I just want to make sure I don't mess that up. There we go. Okay. Oh no snack for Churney. Oh dear. Right. So Joe's playing Oxenfree 2. He's currently just chatting in the early part of his stream. But he is an absolutely lovely guy. And will take great care of you over there. While I throw together some dinner for us. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Thank you so much for putting up with my, whatever, burning cookies and not finishing everything. It is what it is, and we're doing the best we can. Thank you so much for being here. And I will be back tomorrow at, I think, 11 is what I said, 11 a.m. Hopefully for some more chill cookie making times. We're going to try to do as many cookies as we can. So thank you so much. Thank you, Churney. You're lovely. So grab one of those raid messages, hop on over into Joe's chat and show him some love. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.